Mojang has revealed lots of the new features that are going to be in Minecraft 1.21. One of the main features of this update is going to be the addition of the trial chambers. The trial chambers are going to be some kind of new dungeon or structure, but the one thing that makes this thing special is actually the varying difficulties that it has. If you bring along a friend, the dungeon will be much harder, but as a plus side, the loot drops will be increased. On the other hand, if you go alone, it'll be much easier to complete, but with far less loot. Anyway, now that you know exactly what the trial chambers are, it's time to get building it out of Lego. For the base of the module, I used these dark gray plates. I also used orange Lego bricks to represent the copper. I replicated the new tough block designs with these dark gray brick pieces. This build is based off of a specific section of the trial chambers, and that is the trial spawner. I built up the different wall pieces using the specialized method I did before. The copper block is one of the hardest blocks to replicate out of Lego bricks, just because of how orange it is. As you can see here, I also created some copper lamps and a bit more detail with the gray brick imprinted pieces. I used a couple orange 1x2 plates with a yellow transparent one in the middle. So basically here I just duplicated all the rest of the walls until they're all complete. I also stacked up these gray plates to try and get the design as accurate as possible. Next I connected the walls together so they would fit better on the base. It also needed a bit more height so I could fit a couple of players underneath. Finally I just added one more layer of bricks on top before we can get to the plates. Speaking of plates, I added in these gray tiles here. Next up I had to make sure this thing fit properly onto the base plate. I also prepared it for the tiles that we'd be adding later. Finally I was able to place in the different wall segments and these two pillars here to surround the spawner, and just a bit of support here for the back, and we're ready to start adding in the tiles. And now it was time to work on the key part of this build, the spawner. I used a bunch of black grill plates connected to these interesting snot bricks. In my opinion, this spawner is better than the version that we get in the Lego dungeon sets. And of course for the minifigures, I added this stray here with golden armor. Strays are one of the many mobs that will be spawning in the trial chambers. Next I added in a Steve, and he might be a bit over prepared with all that netherite armor, but you never know what you're gonna find inside the trial chambers. Well, that's the end of this build. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for a bunch more Lego Minecraft videos. See you next time. Bye!